Welcome back to St James's Park. Tottenham leading Newcastle United by 1-0. No visiting club, in fact, has won more times on this famous setting than Spurs. And indeed, since Newcastle were brought back into the First Division by Arthur Cox in 1984, they've not beaten Spurs in 6 meetings. And if they're going to change their fortune here, somebody's got to take a little bit more responsibility in front of goal. And Clive Allen trying to set Chris Hoddle through, and he looked as though he was going to finish second in that race, and suddenly found an extra stride. It's part of the deception, really, of the Hoddle style, and it unsettled Peter Jackson for a moment. Hoddle was his 7th goal of the season. Free kick to Newcastle, a foul by Ardiles. A goal here for Newcastle would completely change the mood, and Roeder, one of the Londoners in the black and white stripes, can't provide it. Tottenham playing their way into a little bit of trouble at the moment, but that's the difference in morale between the two sides, that they for a moment got out of it, but back facing Beardsley again. And now Gascoigne. Goddard, who shoots with such economy from the edge of the area. Not an exaggerated backlift, and that can fool defenders. But Tottenham had played around with the ball in their own half and lost it on a couple of occasions, and nearly lost the goal to Goddard because of it. What? A corner, no question about it. Peter Jackson couldn't stop it rolling behind. Gary Mabbutt slowly making his way to the edge of the area, where he's joined now by Goff. Hoddle going in towards the near post. And that's Mabbutt, and it's off the line from Kenny Wharton. One of those spring-heeled leaps, and Wharton was there. And straight away, Newcastle looked to strike back with Beardsley, and the idea was right, but not the execution. Gascoigne had space to reach an early cross. But it was a let-off down at the Gallagate end as Mabbutt powered the header and Wharton held his position on the post. And Hodge not given time to dwell, but Clive Allen found by Hoddle. Help from Paul Allen, and he's bundled away through, and Thomas did enough. And again, Wharton was there to help out. Paul Allen, with only 1 goal to his name this season, nearly doubled the tally. But Martin Thomas got quickly to his left. Here's Beardsley. Gascoigne. Sometimes Peter Beardsley uses his right foot like an ice hockey player uses his stick to propel the puck. And he was trying that sort of pass then into the chest of Gascoigne. Comes quicker than defenders expect. And it was too quick for Gascoigne to control. eventful second half already. McCreery. Just when Newcastle seem to be getting back in tune, they strike a discordant note like McCreery's under-hit pass. But he's a grand competitor, and he'll go and win it back again for you. Hoddle. Beardsley. Just a little trip by Hoddle, and Peter Beardsley in fact has a slightly swollen foot caused by a training clash this morning with Paul Gascoigne. The usual pre-game competitive small-sided game, and Paul Gascoigne got a little bit over-exuberant and Beardsley was on the receiving end. 1 or 2 frowns up at the training ground, I can tell you that. And Clive Allen nearly adds to Newcastle's dismay. That was very crisply hit as he looks to move off number 40, where he's been stuck for a couple of games in his goal tally. Waddle. Hodge away to his left, and Thomas. Here's Wharton. And that was beautifully played with Hoddle, and Chris Waddle is in and punches the air in disappointment. He hasn't really been pleased, except for the last couple of weeks, with his finishing all season. And again he got into a threatening position and dragged it well wide of the target. Here's Gascoigne. Beardsley held the hand up, apologising, and in fact Kenny Wharton caught out of position because of that. Tottenham took the throw quickly. And that all stemmed from a Peter Beardsley mistake on the halfway line. Goff with a free header, and Martin Thomas, who had a spell on loan with Tottenham back in 1982, had to save again as Newcastle defended poorly at a Tottenham corner. Waddle. Hodge covered a lot of ground. It was an ambitious pass by Waddle, or attempted pass, but he's been making them pay in recent games. Gascoigne. Here's Stephenson. Beardsley calling for an early cross. And when it comes in via the outside of the right boot of Paul Gascoigne, it bent in towards Clements and away from Paul Goddard. Roeder. Here's McDonald. Tottenham's 1-goal lead hasn't looked all that secure. Beardsley. And it's a lovely sharp turn, but Clements denies him the satisfaction of the equaliser. You can almost see the concern in defenders when they're faced by Beardsley. Goddard had gone offside in any case, and this time Jim McCauley, the referee, plays the advantage. Hoddle. And Paul Allen. Good goalkeeping. He had committed himself, Martin Thomas. Clive Allen was waiting if it was played across the face of the goal. And once there, Martin Thomas just had to get it. And he did. Beardsley. Here's Anderson. It's all being played in front of Tottenham. Goff. Beardsley. And it's put in by Paul Goddard. Newcastle United are level. Suddenly, the more direct tactic paid off. It's a weak header by Goff, whipped across, and Goddard was in for the kill. 1-1. Beardsley, past Mabbott, and that would have lifted the roof off the stand. It's already a deafening noise in the ground that's open at both ends. Beardsley a yard or so away at the end of a thrilling run. It's been a match full of energy, and considering the importance of it to both clubs, it's been played with a wonderful attitude, which reflects great credit on both managers. Well, that looked like a Tottenham corner. Clive Allen certainly thought so. He was trying to collect the ball to take it when he saw the referee had pointed for a goal kick. Martin Thomas in a hurry. Tottenham have a point which will lift them up the table. Newcastle United, thanks to their equaliser with 15 minutes left, have their share of the spoils. Glenn Hoddle had given Tottenham the lead, but Newcastle will be heartened for their next 3 vital matches, all here at St James's Park. Still so much football to be played before championships and relegation places are decided. But the team's leaving the pitch here to a standing ovation with a final scoreline: Newcastle United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
And that's what it means to the top of Division 1. Spurs moving up to 4th place.
Because I've come back, I've never lost. We've drew both games, and it's more of a lucky ground for Glenn than me. I think he scored every time he's played, yeah. But obviously, there was a section obviously giving us a bit of abuse, but it's football, I can accept that.
Peter, it was a fighting Newcastle performance in the second half.
Yeah, that's right. We knew what we had to do. I think, to be fair to Tottenham, they overran us in the first half. With a 5 in midfield, didn't really give us a kick of the ball. But in the second half, we came out with a bit more determination, and obviously we're delighted to get the equaliser.
Did you feel the plan to keep this fella under check worked?
Not really, he's always dangerous wherever he gets the ball. The thing is, he can go either way. That's the biggest asset he's got. He can go either way, and obviously that causes a problem for defenders. And I think, like Chris said, to be fair, Spurs should have probably won 3 or 4-1.
It's the transfer deadline tomorrow. Transfer is a word that's being used all the time. You've got a fella alongside you here who's left-hand side for fame and fortune. What have you got to say about the Peter Beardsley position?
Well, it's never changed. People say I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going everywhere. I'm still a Newcastle United player, and until the club decide otherwise, I'll remain one.
But do you look at what Chris has achieved and wonder whether it'll come your way?
Well, obviously I want to win things, I don't kid myself. I think the fans, to be fair, know that. And come the end of my contract in June '88, obviously I'll have to think about it then.
But not till then?
No, not till then, unless, like I say, the club say otherwise.
That's good news for the Newcastle fans.
Well, I hope so.